This clip is brought to you by Super 6. The lads at Super 6 have been back in the club this season. Make sure you join our league, Club S6, and join over 5,000 of you who can compete against Adam, Rory, and myself, predicting 6 scores every week in the Premier League and other leagues every weekend. It's unbelievable. Let's be completely real. If you get 6 scores and results completely correct, you have the chance to win £250,000. That's absolutely unbelievable, and a beautiful consolation prize. If you win every round in our league, you get the chance to win £100 at classicfootballshirts.co.uk. I'm already getting mine, Sean Gerter on the back, yet to win, but we've still got a few more weeks of the season. I'm sure it's going to happen. Make sure you check it out, Club S6 in the Super 6 app.
You're watching a clip from the Club podcast.
Make sure you follow it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give it a 5-star review.
So here you go. Here's a lovely clip from our podcast.
I've got a question for you, mate.
Go on.
It's a very philosophical one for you, Adam, mate. Can Big Sam save Leeds United? That's a question all the big thinkers have thought over the years.
Mate, Big Sam.
It's crazy, isn't
and
it?
Leeds, it's a match made in hell. I feel for him because you've got 4 games to save this club that are falling apart at the moment. And by that, I mean the board are showing that they clearly haven't got a clue. You know, you sack Jesse Marsh, you're floundering all over the place for a replacement. You're bringing this guy in, you're not giving him much of a chance. Now you're going for Sam Allardyce with 4 games remaining. And those 4 games, like, you think, oh, maybe they've got a fixture next that is winnable and, you know, they can get an immediate bounce. Manchester City away. So they could immediately get trounced and lose any sort of feeling of a new manager bounce. Then they've got Newcastle at home, which, look, if Newcastle have got top 4 wrapped up and, you know, they're taking things a little bit easy, although they seem to be gunning for that 3rd spot and really want it at the moment. And especially with the Ellen Road crowd being up for it and all that. Maybe that's an idea. They're getting the crowd, you know, alive again with a new manager. Maybe they were dead under the last manager. So maybe you could get something against Newcastle. But I can't really see them beating them.
No, I agree.
So is a point enough to save you? Then you've got West Ham away. A relegation battle. I think West Ham are safe now.
Yeah.
Actually, so it's not even a relegation battle. Maybe that helps them.
Yeah.
And then Tottenham at Ellen Road in the final day of the season, which could be Harry Kane's final game for Spurs. So he's probably going to be looking for a goal or 2.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Spurs at Ellen Road, you probably want that, don't you? After Chelsea, actually, you probably want that.
I think the Leeds ownership have looked at the situation. They're in such a desperate state. I mean, the context for it is Gracia had 70 days or 71 days if it goes for an extra day until Sam comes in. So that is absolutely mental at the back end of the season. I think they've looked at Sam Allardyce. Apparently they contacted Tony Pulis. That's how bad it got for them. They obviously sat their sporting director, Victor Orta, as well, which is surreal. Again, at the end of the season, strategically speaking, for a football club to do that. A guy that obviously didn't get it right with Gracia. But I think they're looking at Sam Allardyce, what he did with West Brom. I don't know if you remember, West Brom faced Liverpool in Sam's first game. They ground out an ugly 0-0, I think it was. Obviously, that's not much to go on. That doesn't keep Leeds up. But I think what I'm trying to say is, in those 4 games, Sam comes in, he tries to get that ugly draw against Man City, 0-0. And then you build from there. 3 games to get 1 win and try and get 4 points out of the 4 games. That's my only thought of the strategy behind it. I think they'll think 1 win and a draw out of the 4. I think they could beat West Ham on their day. I think they can. Bamford could nick a goal, for example. And then Spurs, final day of the season. Hopefully Spurs, you know.
I think they've got a chance against West Ham against Spurs.
Yeah.
But
those final 2 games,
even draws aren't good enough, you know what I mean?
No.
Valiant draws or valiant, like Southampton drew against Arsenal. That draw's no good for you.
That's true.
Despite the fact that you've done really well in getting it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It does feel like a real strange one, especially with just 4 games remaining. And you do feel like Sam Allardyce has lost a little bit of that touch. You know, when we seen him at West Brom, he couldn't really do anything.
Hard.
Now, look, West Brom's a difficult club to you know, get going anyway, but you look at where they are now. But nevertheless, he didn't really do it there. So I don't know if Sam Allardyce sell-by date's gone. Has it? But
look at Roy Hodgson. If Roy Hodgson's sell-by date isn't gone, this guy should be in the National Museum in King's Cross, with all due respect. Do you know what I mean? And we should all be getting discounts to go there and do family tickets to see him there with all the dinosaurs. That's the reality. With all due respect to Roy Hodgson, he's done a fantastic job. These guys are above Chelsea. That's how real it is. There has to be something said about Leeds going from Bielsa, a philosophically, one of the most philosophical managers however you want to take that, going from that to begging Tony Pulis to come out of retirement, getting Sam Allardyce, who's essentially, he's got a podcast with various betting companies. He's kind of in the media. He's not.
He said if his name was Sam Allardyce, he'd be in a job right now. What do you think of that? He's the man that's been given 9 jobs in the Premier League.
Yeah, I do. Even though, it sounds like a bit of an old man in a pub vibe. I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves. England hired him. He was the England
amazing
manager
for Bolton.
He was very good for Bolton. He got them playing very, very good football at points. He kept Sunderland up, Crystal Palace, Everton. These are serious football clubs. He was Newcastle manager. No, they don't. I know they didn't like him there.
How many of them clubs have liked him? West Ham, Newcastle, Everton. None of them liked him.
He got West Ham promoted, didn't he?
Actually, for Leeds, they are outside of the bottom 3 at the moment, albeit on goal difference. Forest fixtures, on the other hand, are against Southampton at home.
Oh, that's a big game.
See, if Forest beats Southampton, you think
it's over.
Leeds are gone.
Yeah, it's like this weird. What was that game at?
And then they've got Chelsea away,
rotating chairs or whatever.
Arsenal at home, Palace, musical chairs.
It feels like musical chairs. One win from any of those kind of bottom 5 clubs,
pulling the chair from it.
You're pulling someone in and out. It might just be whoever lands on the final day with the hot potato. Do you know what I mean? I'll phone in another game there.
How many games is it?
You know what I mean? It feels like
hot rice.
Yeah.
Did you used to play hot rice?
No, not hot rice. Hot potato.
Okay. Leicester's fixtures. Brighton away. These are Everton's fixtures. Brighton away. Man City at home.
Yeah.
Wolves away. Bournemouth at home.
They're better, but Everton are worse.
Bournemouth are safe, so that could help them.
Everton are shocking. Do you know how bad they are?
And Leicester's fixtures are Fulham away, Liverpool at home, Leicester away, West Ham at home. I think Forest saved themselves, Leeds drop in, and I think Everton saved themselves on the final day of the season with a win against Bournemouth and drag Leicester. I think Southampton, Leeds, Leicester.
Wow. The only thing for Leicester is, look, James Maddison had a bit of class against Everton. He's shown class all season. They've got legs in midfield. Tielemans is back. They've got Sionchu. Even the keeper last night.
He was very good.
As long as it's not Danny Ward, then he's a good keeper. Do you know what I mean? Anyone that isn't Danny Ward is a good keeper. And then Jamie Vardy, it was nice to see him scoring. It might be his swan song to score 2 goals in the next 4 for Leicester City and just keep them up.
Jamie Vardy's thong song.
A swan song.
Oh, I thought you said thong song.
Thong song. Cisco and all that. No, but Jamie Vardy, there's too much quality in that Leicester side. I can't believe it. Harvey Barnes, we're talking about him. By the way, he's one of the most overrated players I've ever seen. Harvey Barnes. You wouldn't see how many chances he wasted against Everton.
Harvey Barnes gets snapped up by someone.
Who? God.
Aston Villa.
God.
Spurs.
He's such a nothing player. He offers nothing.
No, he doesn't.
I can't stand him. I'm sure he's a nice lad.
Get a few players taken off them.
Tielemans is gone.
The same. Maddison's gone. If they go down,
I'd take Tielemans at City.
Leeds, I can't see them getting really a lot of players taken off them.
Bamford.
Nah.
Yeah, goals in the Premier League, he's gone.
Rafinha's gone, innit? What's the other fella's name? Rodrigo?
Aronson.
Nonto.
I like him.
Yeah, Nonto's gone.
Keeper's shocking. And by the way, if Leeds go, I think out of all the clubs that are okay to come back,
will Big Sam save Leeds?
No, they're gone.
All right.
They're gone with Forest and Southampton. Thank God for that.
They're gone with Southampton and Leicester, in my opinion.